These are the Shokz Open Run 2. They're bone conduction headphones that just go right around your ears just like this. And they're $180. Today we're going to find out, are they worth the money? Now from a look and feel perspective, they come inside of this case. These ones are a special edition. They have Shokz on this side and the NN running team. They're magnetic, so as you can see when you want to put them away, they just slide in. They're super light, extremely light. They have nickel titanium alloy frame, which has really good flexibility, soft silicone coating, so it's really comfortable when you put it on your ears. And they have a black, blue, and orange. And then this is the premium hard case that's included with a little charging inside of there as well. This is just nice. You can toss in your bag and not have to worry about it getting damaged. So from a headphone perspective, they are just super easy to put on and they look clean. Now, who is this for? This is primarily for outdoor athletes and safety conscious users because you want to be able to listen to music while being able to hear your surroundings. I'm a big AirPods Pro fan and the transparency feature, and this just takes it to a whole nother level because I can listen to music. Let's go ahead and play while I can still hear my surroundings. If I'm biking outdoors, I'm going for a walk or run outside, I can be able to jam. The music's really good on this and still be able to hear, bikers and other people around me. It gives me situational awareness. Maybe you're a trail runner or you're an office worker and you need to make sure that if someone comes up to you at your desk, you can still hear them. For example, we'll get packages ringing at this door. I'll have my noise canceling headphones on and I'll have no idea and I'll never deliver the package. And if you do plan to buy this, we will have a link down below. Click that link in the description. It will help support the channel. Now let's go through some important specs. Weight-wise, these are 30 grams for the standard and mini. The battery life is about 12 hours of continuous playback, and you'll get 2.5 hours just from 5 minutes of charging, and you can fully charge them in about 1 hour. They use Bluetooth 5.3 with multi-point, so you can connect 2 different devices. Let's say you have your iPad, your computer, and you want to be able to switch quickly between them. It makes it super easy. And they have about a 10 meter, 32.8 feet range. They're water resistant IP55, so sweat and rain. Because, if you're working out, I'm going to be sweating. So that they'll be able to keep working when you are. Okay, there are 2 sizing options. There's a standard and a mini. The standard is 9.25 inches and the mini is smaller, about 0.83 difference from that size. The audio technology uses DualPitch Technology, so there's a hybrid bone and air conduction. So you can see that speaker-ish right there, as well as bone conduction placed up against your ear. There's premium pitch 2.0 plus for good mids and highs, and there's 6 EQ modes plus 5 custom band EQ. You can change those settings in their app. Now, fun fact, Shokz is the only headphones that's legally allowed in the World Marathon Majors. You can wear these at a marathon and run with them on. I assume because there's so many people in those races that they probably sponsored those races, and now you can wear these because technically you're not allowed to wear AirPods or any other headphones. So some cool key features. They have a dual driver combining both bone conduction with air conduction. So you're able to get those mids and highs. They have air conditioned speakers that deliver actual bass, so I can feel it, it's bumping. And if you want to switch between classic mode via the app for pure bone conduction, you can do that too. You don't want other people to hear what you're listening to. That's one great way to do it. There's also reduced vibration, so a 16% reduction in clamping force versus the Open Run Pro, the previous model. There's less uncomfortable buzzing at high volumes, and you can wear these for 3 to 4 hour runs without fatigue. They literally don't feel like they're there for me right now. When it comes to charging, they have a standard USB-C right over here. It is covered with a silicone, and you can go ahead and just plug any USB-C cable in there, like your iPhone charger. You don't have to carry any special cables, which is really nice. That waterproof rubber flap protects the port. Just make sure you really press it in there because you don't want to get any liquids in there. There's 6 EQ modes: standard, classic, volume boost, bass boost, treble boost, and you can switch those within the Shokz app. Just download it on your phone. Not only that, you can get crystal clear calls with this. There's actually microphones in here. There's dual wind resistant microphones, and they have an AI noise reduction algorithm to reduce 96.5 ambient noise, and it's optimized for calls up to 25 km/h winds. It's much better than the previous Shokz, but they're still below premium earbuds. Now, things to worry about, things to think about: sound leakage. The air conduction actually leaks more sound, so people will be able to hear it. That's why they do have that pure bone conduction that you can turn on. So if it's at 60% plus volume, people around 3 to 6 feet can still hear you. In a quiet office, you might disturb your colleagues, while you're jamming out. So it's not great for quiet spaces or shared spaces. And then these are open ear, so if you're in a very loud environment, it's going to be harder to hear it if it's extremely loud outside. That's where you might want noise cancellation earbuds. Now, another thing is the IP55 rating. It's a downgrade from the Open Run's IP67 rating. So you can't swim, shower, or submerge these. There is a swim version, but it only protects it from the sweat and rain. And then water can clog the speaker mesh, so you have to let it air dry after a heavy sweat. The standard Open Run has better water resistance at a lower price, so if you need that, you should go with that one. And then in terms of the buttons, the tactile feel isn't great. I can go ahead and try to tap the button right there. but it doesn't feel as nice and responsive, but it's still there. It's hard to tell which button is which when you're pressing them, and it's nearly impossible to press these when you have gloves on. Like my finger is much bigger than the button itself, and I wish there was like some kind of splitter or something in between to make it easier. So you can control the volume with your smartwatch or your smartphone instead. And then if it gets clogged, if you have a lot of sweaty salts, it could sound muffled. So just you have to clean it with a dry toothbrush. And then over time, that silicone can peel after 1 to 2 years of heavy use. And this rubber flap might come loose from the charging and battery degradation with all headphones. These are small batteries. So after 2 to 3 years, you would get 80% capacity. Now from a price perspective, it is $179 for both the standard and the mini sizing. There is no battery replacement services, so you'll have to get a new pair of headphones if you do plan to buy them. Is this thing worth it? I think if you are someone who works out outside, you're not going to be swimming with these, and you want to be able to hear the outside audio but still get really good music and things like that. I actually do like these. I'm still an AirPods Pro 3 fan, so I wear those when I go work out. It's hard to give up the beautiful acoustics. Like I don't care as much about being able to hear the things around me. So if you do plan to buy this, the link is in the description. Click that, help support the channel. My name is Shervin. Follow me on all the socials. Let's see you in the next video. Peace.